Welcome guys to another Age of Empires forecasted game. We got in the color blue playing is the Abbasid Dynasty. It's Vortex, also known as El Sensei. And in the color yellow playing as Louis. The color yellow playing as Louis. In the color yellow playing as the English, it's Louis MT. Welcome everybody to another Age of Empires forecasted game. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give a like, subscribe, it helps a lot. Let's get back into the game. Louis already opening up with the barracks, and this is Cliffside. It's a map that you are really close to your opponent, and I find that this matchup is really hard for the Abbasid player, just because, you know, the English are very well known for being aggressive. They can just mass units. They have the lombos. Unless you say, as the Abbasid, you don't have access to any unique unit compared to the French, or, you know, even the Mongols, like with the Keshiks or some early man-at-arms. They don't have it. Whereas the English have the early man-at-arms. They have the Lombos, and it's just such a good unit. The Lombo is probably the best feudal age unit you can have. So I'm wondering how Vortex will pull this off, because it's a really hard matchup in my opinion. Now it becomes easier if Vortex survives the, you know, the English push. And English is very famous for, you know, being real aggressive. We talk about that. And if he survives, I think he can be in a really good place. And I'm really looking forward to see this game, just because, you know, there's been a lot of games lately and I haven't found all the civilizations that I wanted. And I'm very happy to see the Abbasid Dynasty here. A civilization that I don't often see. Looks like Vortex will come back. Let's see if he has enough gold. He already have actually 2 man-at-arms here. It's quite scary. He has enough gold to ASAP. Unfortunately, he won't have enough gold to get those upgrades. Like, let's see which wing he will go for. Now, definitely Louis delayed his ASAP with this. We'll have to gather a little bit more gold just to go to the feudal age, so he's gonna get behind a little bit. And Vortex did a really nice job of swapping, you know, the villagers that once were on foot transfer to the gold, and the ones with low HP they go back to the food. And that's why we see a huge line of villagers walking. So there's been quite a lot of idle time coming for Vortex. Unfortunately, no villager was killed here. Now that's a lot of sheep. 13 sheep for Vortex. Take a look at how much sheep the English have. Okay, not much. But anyway, the good thing is the English don't need sheep as much as other civilizations. They can, you know, it's always nice to have, but it doesn't kill you because you have farms. You have the best farms in the game. So I think it's gonna be okay. Now Louis aging up, rushing it with 5 villagers. It's gonna be the consing hall. Not surprised, gonna be getting access to the lombos right away as soon as he ages up. You just need to have enough food, enough wood to just produce those lombos. And, you know, Vortex is gonna go for the military wing. He will just try to stop this harassment. Just having a couple of units. Let's see if he wants to go for a second town center. Usually what you see is the Abbasid going for a second town center just because their economy is so good when they reach the golden age. Let's take a look at the golden age. 10 structures, 15 gathering rate for all resources, 30 structure, research speed plus 50%, 60 structure, that's very end game. Like villager gathering rate 20% more, research speed 20%, production speed 20%. So it's a great civilization if you want to go to the end game. Vortex is not particularly well known for going to the late game, so he already have 1 sable, 1 archery range, and looks like he will just focus on defending himself. I don't see him going for a second town center. Let's change for income per minute. And upgrade those Vanguard man-at-arms. Where are they? Let's take a look at Louis' vision. We're just wandering around here. There you go. Early man-at-arms already here. Gonna be a little bit more tankier. And a couple Lombos here. Now they're gonna find Vortex army. Or apparently he's just gonna put an outpost here. Single outpost. Just to buff all those units that come into the middle. And this, I think this is a very important choke point between these two players. And putting an outpost here already give you some advantage in all the fights that could happen potentially in the middle. Take a look if Vortex knows about this. He does see the outpost and actually backs off a little bit. Actually puts the man-at-arms here at the same time, forcing his opponent to go back to deal with that. You can see more horseman archers coming for Vortex. I know the horseman and the spearman actually will do a very good job against those man-at-arms. I have very decent numbers here. Fortunately, looks like Louis will lose them. Not much HP in those early man-at-arms. And there you go, one early man-at-arms went down. More Lombos coming up for Louis. Gotta be careful not to lose those Lombos against those horsemen. Gonna grab those spearmen. Lombos already intersected by the horseman. Gotta be careful here. Attack speed aura already going up for Louis. It looks like he's gonna lose his small Lombo mass that he had here. Looks like Vortex won't get back. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna deal with this right now. And typically when you see this, you're gonna see the, you know, you see an outpost and you get a little bit scared, and then it's like, it's okay, let's just deal with that later. Vortex is the type of player that's just go forward and never goes back. It's just like, you put an outpost here, I will just deal with it right immediately with just 3 horsemen, 2 spearmen, that's all I need. It looks like another Lombo will go down. And I feel Louis lost a lot of momentum here that he had. He's already starting his farm transition. You know, that's the good thing about the English. They can just put the farms very cheap. Only 37 wood for each farm. Looks like Abbasid is in a really good spot. I feel like now he's gone for a second town center. Let's take a look at his upgrades. Fresh footsteps. Reduce the cost of villagers by 35%. A really nice upgrade. Is that from the... yeah, it is from the town center. For the moment I thought it was from the economic wing. It's like, hey, I thought he went military wing. It looks like Louis will have to mass his military again. He lost a very important battle here. A momentum that you need as the English. If you want to push into your opponent's base, you cannot lose your early units. And that's exactly what happened here. Now Louis went for a very aggressive build. He haven't been able to get any economic upgrade yet. He's not on gold. And looks like he knows this, and he's gonna go now on gold. Just to get those eco upgrades. Likely for him, his opponent he also didn't go for eco upgrades, so you know, he's not gonna be so behind on the economy department. You can see they have very equal resource distribution, so not too big of a deal. Like, he's gonna get, you should grab this gold really soon. I already have 6 villagers on gold just to get those upgrades as soon as possible. Now I don't know if he planned to go castle or just get those upgrades. I don't think as the English you really want to go castle at the beginning. I feel you have much more to gain in the feudal age, especially when you play against the Abbasid Dynasty. You want to force the player to stay in the feudal age. They don't have any special unit, but you know, now that when they have 2 town centers, it's just gonna be harder. And it looks like after this, he's gonna grab the deer here, and then probably macro for that castle age. Now Vortex is gonna try to get some value from this horseman, but unfortunately the English base is just so hard to get in. Already a lot of farms in place, and the town center attacks twice, like 8 attack and 2 times for each attack, so it's like 16 damage each time this town center attacks, and that's without any villager inside, so you gotta be careful here. Sneaky wall here, coming up for Louis. He knows he forced the player to play defensively, and now Louis, instead of being the aggressor, it's going back and be the, you know, the defensive player. And now the horseman came. Looks like he will lose a horseman. And he will get some information about how many units he has. So he will see, okay, like my opponent is like booming, he's building farms. I think I can safely go to castle without dying. Because the last thing you want is like you want to go castle and then your opponent comes with 30 military units to visit you. And then you don't have any because you just spent all those resources to go castle. So it's a small balance that you need to have. Louis in a rush to get a house here. He's being housed. And more units coming for Vortex. Actually, really not interested in going to castle anytime soon. He's just getting some upgrades, getting wheelbarrow, bot players getting wheelbarrow almost at the same time. Almost mirroring those upgrades. Louis Scout will spot this out. Let's take a look at Vortex Vision. Horseman will try to go for another raid, but Louis knows where he is. Already starting to have some man-at-arms in the mix, which is definitely good. I mean, this is a really tanky unit, has a lot of defense, so you really want to have it in your mix. Just because your opponent doesn't have access to those man-at-arms, you could potentially win those fights in the Feudal Age if you have enough man-at-arms, and Lombos can be in a really good spot. Especially when the Lombo numbers become higher and higher. More farms coming here. Gotta be careful, this farms is a little bit exposed. Probably not gonna finish this. We put another farm here. And looks like Vortex is already going to Castle Age really soon. Let's see what he will go for. Probably the economic wing. Let's see. It's gonna be the culture wing. Gonna get all those upgrades here. Let's take a look at get preservation of knowledge, technology, cost by 20%, and keeps heal nearby units by +2 health every 1 second. So it's gonna get that really soon. Looks like Louis is going for that town center. It's gonna be with the man-at-arms and the spearman. Gonna take down 1 villager. Meanwhile, Vortex coming with his archers here. He wasn't really successful on taking down the town center. Town center already giving a lot, having a lot of HP left. It's not gonna work quite well for him. Vortex already having 30 military units, and fighting under the town center is just gonna be so hard for him. Look at HP, still plenty of HP left, and Louis is losing his Lombo mass. Looks like he needs to retreat to get that outpost. Let's see if Vortex has access to it. He does have access. He finished the outpost, and now he's just gonna torch it. And now the archer get the buff, but they don't have the same numbers as before. Back to 10 archers. I feel like this was a fight that Louis couldn't really take. And with that also loses a villager. It's already down. He's already 9 villagers behind, despite killing some villagers here in his base. Now Vortex already in Castle Age. Town center, barely damaged, still have plenty of HP. Let's take a look at his golden age. Already tier 1, only 8 more buildings. Big wall coming for Louis here. It's gonna be really safe to go Castle Age. It's gonna be the King's Palace just to catch up with the economy. Now, Vortex would get those knights in the field. Probably thinking about getting those relics. There you go, Mosque already being built. I think he's gonna have a good time at getting those relics. While Louis rushing it with 16 villagers. Only have 1 relic safe for him. The other one could potentially be on Vortex favor. Now veteran archers are already there, and Louis doesn't have the mass to actually fight this. See how many barracks he has. Only 2 barracks. He needs to mass those man-at-arms against this army. You want to have man-at-arms, spearmen. You don't want to have archers. The villagers will get caught here, getting the gold in the back. Nice defense coming from Louis. Looks like Louis will be forced to get out of the deer. Just for the moment. Likely for him, he still has plenty of farms. Now the knights are here. Be careful not to step into those spearmen. Archers doing a really good job targeting those spearmen. But still, it's a little bit hard to target when you have so many man-at-arms in the mix. Meanwhile, composite bows on the way for Vortex. Gonna give those archers extra attack speed, 33%. They're gonna be even faster than the English with the buff. More villagers going down. And Louis with very little army. He has not much army to defend, but the good thing is he's fighting his base. Town center actually doing a lot of damage. Villagers trying to run here, but he's losing a lot of villagers. Already 6 already, and Louis taps out. He knows he cannot stop the push from the Abbasid Dynasty. Well played by these 2 players. I put a link in the description where you can follow Vortex Louis. It's streaming on Bilibili. I'll see you in the next one.